Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever in the world. Welcome to another show. Last one we did was about 2 hours ago during a break. And now it's the end of the day here on the East Coast of the USA. And we are doing a preview of the Champions League round 2 or match day 2 of the round of the quarterfinals. I have with me here Patrick of TrueCityFan TV. We collab on a different host of different things. We work together. My birthday month mate and a very good friend of mine. Patrick, how are you doing, man? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, as we said earlier on, that everybody who's watching that will be on pitch points. Basically, let's just say True City Fan channel, pitch points, same channels, but now we'll be saying pitch point will be coming and be doing a lot of Champions League previews and a lot of Premier League previews. Basically, same channels. There's no difference.
As long as we're still in the Champions League, right?
Yeah. No. When the Champions League is done, there is still transfer news. There's still football elsewhere, and we talk about. Don't forget the new show, the boardroom. Yeah. So
absolutely.
Anyway, big up to you, Josh, for a late one. Big up to you.
So Josh is clearly an Arsenal fan. Looks like he's an Arsenal fan. Big up to Josh. I'm a little disappointed in Arsenal, Josh. I really wanted you guys to do well. That loss against Palace. Well, Palace are tough. They're a tough opponent, to be fair.
Brighton, yeah.
But the Brighton one was one that really that's the one that really annoyed me, because I'm like, come on, man, guys, come on, Michael Talks Football. Big up to you, Michael. Thanks for joining. He's probably one of your friends, Patrick.
No, Michael Talks Football. I think I met him when we were doing the Liverpool preview. I was supposed to do a video with him, but I ended up being late at work, So Michael, I owe you a feature. We'll basically do a feature very soon. But anyway, let's dive into this. Let's start with the juicy stuff. Chelsea and Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to show any graphics or any charts or anything, because I think we know what the games are. We don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. And we want to hear from you guys in the comment section. And what we want to do this show here is make it about you and not about Patrick or myself. Meaning that we want you guys to comment on what you think the game is going to be like, what the scores are going to be, your view on the tactics, and we'll post it. We'll post it here so people can see. So you are part of the show. The show is about you, it's not about us. We just host a platform that enables people to come and talk, frankly, right? We love the game. You love the game. So Michael, Josh, anybody else, what do you guys think about Real Madrid versus Chelsea, given the fact that Chelsea are going into this with a deficit, right? A 3-1 deficit after they lost at home, where they were Benzema at home, and now they have to make up 2 goals and win the game at the Santiago Bernabeu. Now, I was on a shout, Patrick. I was on a Lucas Live. Big up, Lucas Live. Good to see you. I was on Abdullahi's show yesterday till very late, probably till midnight our time, for like 5 hours, and they were talking about the game, Chelsea versus Real Madrid, and one of the guys, Blue Eye, says that he believes and he knows that Chelsea are going to beat Real Madrid 3-0 and qualify.
What sort of juju or miracles is he looking at?
He wants to lose Atletico. He wants Bayern Munich to lose to Villarreal, and Villarreal will beat Liverpool, and so it's going to be a Chelsea versus Villarreal final. That's what he said.
Okay,
that's what he said. But on a serious note, this game, I mean, what do you think, Patrick? And guys on watching, what do you guys think about this?
Look, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I sort of doubted Madrid from the beginning. I thought this team is done. The midfield is too old, and regardless the fact that Chelsea were not doing well, I didn't give any credit to Madrid. I didn't look at their experience. I said this is 2022. It's all football on the pitch. What experience? I didn't take that into account. Nor did I take into account that Benzema has been on fire in the league, and Vinicius has had a very good season, even though he went quiet for a bit. So I even didn't take account that the Angelotti is their coach. It's no longer the guy from last time when Chelsea beat them. Yeah. So it looks like sometimes you never have to doubt Madrid. Maybe it's true. Or sometimes I'm thinking, is it that Chelsea is bad? Is it that it's Chelsea is that bad? But let's give credit to Madrid. And for me, I doubt it. It's going to take so much effort for Chelsea to come back into this. So much effort. It's 3-1, isn't it? 3-1.
3-1. 3-1.
They have to score 3 goals without reply.
Correct.
3 goals without reply. And I don't see them stopping Benzema. Who's going to stop Benzema again if he shows up with Vinicius? So I don't know how you feel. I feel like this tie was done. I know people say the tie is never done. It's second half. No, it's only second half when it's 1-0 like us, when it's 0-0. But 3-1 is a bit too much to ask for this Chelsea team. I know they battered Southampton 6-0. Fair play to them. Werner scored, even though he's been doubted for. Michael, I think Werner will start in this because he was very good in the Southampton game. But repeat this, I don't think Chelsea don't have it in them.
I think the manager said that he's not going to play Werner to start.
Did he just say that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a comment that he mentioned. I was on Abdullah's show yesterday where they said that he said that Werner would not start the game tomorrow. It's a game for experience and for the big boys, not somebody who has not been consistent all the way through. Which,
wait a minute. So what is this guy smoking? What is he smoking? First of all, he says the tie is over. Then you say straightforward, "I'll not." Let me be honest with you. He has to look at Werner as one of the threats he has. Even when Werner was not scoring, Werner is a threat with speed. Madrid don't have speed. I don't know which big boys he's talking about. I don't point big boys in Chelsea. The only big boys is Atletiqueta and them. Those are the other guys in the team. But what big boys is he on about? I don't know. Is he saying he's going to put Lukaku?
Lukaku's injured, so Lukaku can't play. Lukaku can't play,
So what is he on about? What big boy? I please point out. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, it's an interesting comment that was made, and I just
very bad comment to somebody, Why Lukaku
I talked to Abdullah's group yesterday, and we were talking about how can Chelsea win this game? Which, in my opinion, the way Chelsea win this game is by 2 ways. One, they have to control Real Madrid, and then 2, they have to use speed to run them to the ground. Those are the 2 ways, because they're not going to out football Real Madrid, right? That's not going to happen, because Real Madrid, player for player, are technically better than Chelsea players are, right? Mason Mount versus Modric is not even a competition. Casemiro versus Jorginho, it's not even a competition. Kovacic versus who's the other? So it's much against Cruz. This is the reason why Kovacic couldn't make the squad.
And Modric did not play the last Madrid game. He was rested.
Right. So was Cruz as well, right? So you ask the question, okay, what are the weapons that Chelsea can use? And clearly, speed is a weapon, right? So Werner is a weapon. Maybe they use Kai Havertz definitely, and maybe they use this guy Ziyech or even Pulisic, because that one can run too, right? As the front 3, and then they have the wing backs of Marcos Alonso, and then maybe Reece James, or they can play Ruben Loftus-Cheek on the right.
Just check the comment also, the comment by Michael Talks Football.
Yeah, no Militao tomorrow. Yeah, so he's suspended for tomorrow. So they're going to probably play
Nacho,
and this guy, the guy for
Alba.
Yeah. They're going to probably play both of them, but they're also going to have Ferland Mendy back. He didn't play on Sunday too, so he's going to be ready for the game. He's quick as well, and
so they're fresh. So they are fresh. They left Modric close, who's going to be fresh and hungry for this. I don't know. I don't see a win for Chelsea. I'm sorry. What is your prediction for the game?
I think Madrid win this 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this ends up as a draw, as a 2-2 draw.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that's one game done. What do you guys think out there? What the game is going to be? Michael, if you have any thoughts on the game, Josh, Michael, do we have anybody from our chat, WhatsApp group on? No, we don't.
No, we don't. We don't. It's a late one. I'm pretty sure most of the people from
Yeah.
But what was I about to say? So, big up to you, Luca is live, man. Big up to you, Josh, and everybody. Michael, big up to you.
Michael says
says
2-2 as well. Michael agrees with you, 2-2.
Yeah.
Which
So
make it
what's
a 5-3 aggregate.
So let's also go to another interesting game: Bayern Munich and Villarreal.
You know what?
Bayern
That
Munich
game,
lost.
Yeah. So again, yesterday on Abdullahi's show, we were talking about this game as well. And because they want Villarreal in the final, they think Villarreal are going to beat Bayern Munich and beat Liverpool, get to the final, and somehow Chelsea are going to get to the final because they want that to happen because it's the easiest path. I don't see how Villarreal beat Bayern Munich at home, man. I'm sorry. It's one thing away to win. I don't see it, man. And plus, I really want to see Bayern Munich Liverpool. I want to see Trent Alexander-Arnold versus Leroy Sané. I want to see Lewandowski. I want to see Alphonso Davies around that left flank, right? So Alphonso Davies, Leroy Sané against Trent and Salah. I want to see that, right? I want to see, that guy, the guy that plays right back for them, Bayern Munich. I remember the French boy. What's his name again? I can't remember what his name is. I want to see him play. I want to see Lewandowski. I want to see Müller. I want to see all those guys.
Davies. Yeah.
So Michael says Villarreal started all their starters for the weekend. Yeah, I mean, Michael. Mike, talk. What do you think this is going to be? Because I just can't see Real Madrid, Bayern Munich not getting. Yeah, Pavard. That's the name.
Pavard, but if resting the players is a big plus. They rested and they are fresh and ready for this. I don't know. I don't also see Bayern get it, but Bayern's defense can be got at. They have had very atrocious results this season in the Bundesliga. So, and they're not very fast. That's why I feel, even though you say you want to see them against Liverpool, I think Liverpool would destroy Bayern's defense. Unfortunately, Bayern's defense is slow, and is it Soli or Sol guy who's going to Dortmund? He's one of the slowest defenders you've ever seen. He's a version of Maguire in Germany. So I don't know, but anyway,
I just feel on that day, when Bayern Munich get it right on that day, they are one of the most dangerous teams on earth because the way they play, they get it right.
You can't take it away from them, and you're true. You can't take it away from them. So how do you see this game going, though?
I think Bayern wins 3-0. I really do.
I have a feeling that Villarreal now are going to park the bus and wait on counters. Against Bayern. Yeah, and
remember last year? Remember last year, the PSG game last year, where PSG parked the bus. Bayern had like 30-something shots on target. None got him. I just think there's too much firepower in that team not to win the game. I think Bayern goes through 3-0. Michael thinks that Bayern are going to go through 3-1. First time full of crowd in Munich for 2 years in the quarterfinal. That's going to be huge, right? And this is also, Patrick, this is also for Real Madrid game. Remember, when Chelsea got a draw away at Real Madrid, it wasn't at the Santiago Bernabeu. It was at their training pitch with no fans. They're going to go to the Santiago Bernabeu. It's a whole different experience. Different experience. Going there on a Champions League night, second leg with a 2-goal advantage. Same thing here with Bayern Munich.
That's why I said it's over for. I said it's over for Chelsea. If I was Chelsea, I wouldn't even show up in Spain. I would have just forfeited. Ask UEFA to just forfeit. No offense, but because it's bad. Anyway, miracles happen. I don't know. For me, I'm going to play the devil's advocate and say Villarreal will knock out Bayern.
Wow, that's brave, man.
Yeah,
that's brave, and we'll see. I hope we'll see. That'd be interesting because. The semi-final will be Villarreal versus. Let's talk about the next game. I mean, I think Bayern are going through, but the next game will be Liverpool versus Benfica. Any hope for Benfica?
I don't know.
You hope so, right? You hope so, but
you hope, but you blind yourself. I think the tie was finished in the first round. I think Benfica tried their best. They got a goal. but I think Liverpool are just too strong for Benfica. I think they are too strong for Benfica. I think Benfica has got as far as they can, and this is it. I think Liverpool already have got one foot in the semi-final, or if not both feet in the semi-final. It also depends on the team that Klopp decides to play tomorrow.
Right.
Was he going to play a weekend side, knowing that we've made it, or is he going to play a strong side and kill them, then use all the 5 subs?
Yeah. I mean, if I were him, I would go strong, because if you go down a goal very quickly in the first half, now it's 3-2, now you get really edgy, because now even if you go up another goal, they can score as well. So
it's at Anfield, though.
Yeah, but Inter Milan beat them in Anfield in the last round.
Yeah, but that's Inter, That's Inter. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't see.
I mean, Liverpool should go through, in my opinion. And I think in yours as well. So that should be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think Liverpool are going to win. Benfica might score, but Liverpool still have enough strength to beat Benfica. I think so. So I think it's a Benfica defeat again, and this is the end of the journey for the Benfica tomorrow.
Are you going to be looking out for Darwin Nunez? Are you going to keep an eye on him to see how he performs?
He's been great, though. It's been great. I have been watching. I've watched a few highlights of his goals. It seems like he's the real deal. But who's going after him? I hear a few teams are looking after him, looking for him.
Can you imagine if City get Haaland, Nunez, and Alvarez coming in, 3 strikers?
Now you're getting excited. Now you're getting greedy. This is where you're getting greedy. You're becoming Madrid.
We used to have 4 strikers before. We had Tevez, Balotelli, Aguero, and Dzeko.
Negredo.
And Negredo came in one time, so it was Negredo.
Jovetic. Don't forget Jovetic.
5. But I mean, at a single point in time, we had at least 3 or 4 strikers, right? We could rotate them. Imagine if we had those 3: Alvarez, Haaland, and Nunez.
Yeah, but they're going to crash somehow. They want, if somebody wants the spotlight, somebody would rather use that. So I'm pretty sure Nunez will go. Remember, West Ham want him. They're still pushing for him.
Yeah. I mean, Arsenal want him as well. Arsenal, our Arsenal friend who's here. Josh. Hey, Josh, question for you. Nunez, do you want him in your team? Is that something you're looking at? Are you going to be watching that game tomorrow to see how Nunez performs at Anfield? Let us know, Josh, if that's something you're going to be looking out for in the game tomorrow at Anfield for Benfica. You know what I'm going to watch? I want to see how Nicolas Otamendi behaves at Anfield tomorrow.
That guy. I heard he's playing very well for Benfica. He didn't have a good start, though.
He's playing well. He's playing well. We talked about our game tomorrow, which we think should be a City win. I'm still struggling with the lineup, though. I'm still struggling about the front 3. Who's going to play the front 3? I'm worried about how much effort Bernardo and Kevin have played in the last game, and if it's going to affect them. Will that change Pep's mind around who to play? There was a tweet recently about someone saying that Bernardo won't play. Remember that tweet that someone tweeted? I can't remember who it was.
He made a comment underneath the thing saying, "I guarantee you he won't play." But what's your guarantee that he won't play? Do you know what I mean? He might not. Maybe Gundogan will play, but I don't know. Is he? Maybe he won't play because he was the one running a lot on that pitch.
Yeah,
And you know what? Let me just put a light on something. We were playing a double pivot against Liverpool, which in the past I have spoken about, saying maybe this double pivot can help us in big games in the Champions League. Do you get what I mean? Like in big games, because he wasn't just dropping; he was sitting. He was actually sitting at the back with. How are you doing, Big Morgan, man? How are you doing, Big Morgan? We missed you in the earlier stream. He was actually sitting next to Rodri. I don't know if you noticed, like even from the beginning.
I noticed it. I mean,
there's a difference.
There was sometimes, Patrick, when Bernardo Silva was dropping into the back 3 as part of the build-up, right? Yeah. He would drop him back in between Stones and Laporte and be part of the build-up. You know why he did that, though, right? He did that because of Liverpool's press. So Liverpool pressed with a 3, right? And then they have a 3, which is that Rodri's by himself alone. When Bernardo comes and drops into that hole, it's now a 3 versus 5. You have the extra man to pass the ball to. Yeah. That's kind of why it was done. Really smart from Guardiola. I think Pep has figured out how to manage Liverpool. I think Liverpool over the past 8 games I think they've only won 1 out of 8 games they played with us in the past 8. We've won many. I think we've drawn maybe 2 or so. I think he's understood how to play them. And even the players now have that DNA in their minds about how to play Liverpool, both home and away. Last time they beat us was, I think it was in the Champions League. It was the 1920 season away at Anfield, when there were so many controversial calls with handballs and offsides and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, but you know what? That's what I keep saying. I was like, going forward, I think in Champions League, if I were Pep, I know different teams play different, but I think it's very helpful. I think going forward, I've noticed you don't, because of the system we are playing, that first 9 system, you don't really need 2 attackers. Yes, sometimes Bernardo will help in attack, but I noticed that having the double pivot, I think even in a game against Bayern or a game in the final, I think would help us. You know what I mean? Because I've noticed, what's his name? Bernardo knows how to sweep. He can be a sweeper. The way he was sweeping the back and making sure that nobody. So it's about grafting.
Yeah, Pep said it too. Pep said it. Bernardo can play left, right, central, number 6. He can play anywhere. He has intelligence.
Do you remember when he played him centre back? There was one time Bernardo was put in centre back. I don't remember the game, but yeah, I remember he was the second half in the Champions League.
Go back and watch the game again yesterday. There were times when Bernardo was part of the build-up in the back 3. So it will be Walker, it will be Stones, Laporte, and then Bernardo go in the middle and get the ball back. And the 2 centre backs are now split. And then Walker and what's his name, and Cancelo will invert to mid to join Rodri. So it was basically a 3-3, 1-3 in the build-up play. It was really interesting tactically. Big Morgan says, rest Kevin, he's one booking in from this. This one, I can see this happening, guy. I can see this happen. I can see Kevin being rested because we want to rest him. And I thought about one thing, Do you think that Jesus got that second yellow card because he knew that he won't be playing in the game on Wednesday, and so he's free for the semifinals? Think about it.
Because what do you mean? We play that.
No, but you know why? Because it was a silly yellow card. He didn't have to make it. So the question is, do you think Jesus actually got that yellow card? The discussion to get that yellow card, right? And then he's gonna now miss this game, but he's available for the semifinals against possibly Madrid or Chelsea, who he plays well against. Are you following me? Because let's say he goes into this game. Let's say he goes to this game tomorrow and gets a yellow card. He misses the first leg of the semifinal. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't buy it. I think it's just happened. And let me just say this, guys.
Remember Sergio Ramos did this in one Champions League. He got the second yellow card. Remember he did that.
Anyway, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, welcome to the stream. Please follow Pitch Points. Follow this channel, Pitch Points. We'll be doing a lot of content on Pitch Points, and it's going to be based on the whole Premier League, the whole Champions League, and football in general. And Carl likes watching football from Argentina, from everywhere. So we'll be talking about a lot of matches. You know what? We can even start talking about Alvarez games after Alvarez plays, before he comes in. To the Prem. So yeah,
absolutely.
So what are the comments? What comments we have? So somebody said, rest Kevin, he's booking away from Messi in the semi. I have 0 expectations when it comes to UCL with Pep anymore. Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that. He made you reach the final. We reached the final. I'm happy and over the moon with the league and the FA Cup. Come on, man. What do you think of that comment? He says,
see, for me, let me be clear, right? For me, this FA Cup game on Saturday, I couldn't care about it, man. Seriously, I mean, if we win the league and win the Champions League, who cares about the FA Cup? Frankly, just let Liverpool and Chelsea fight over that.
Oh, you have got a comment from Big Morgan.
What did he say? Yes, it's on YouTube. So Pitch Points on YouTube. You'll find we'll put it in the link. Just go Pitch Points, one word, not 2 words, one word on YouTube. You see me there. Subscribe to my channel, and of course, you're already subscribed to Patrick's channel, so that'd be great. And as Patrick mentioned, we're going to use this platform here to do a lot of Champions League transfers. What's coming up? Like the Haaland deal that's coming up. Who's going to come in from like Fernandinho's replacement? Are we getting the right back? Are we getting left back? On TrueCityFan TV, we do a lot of City-focused thing like pre-game, post-game, any City breaking news that's clearly City will do that. This is more of kind of football in general. We talk about different things here. So yeah. It says we haven't won the FA Cup in 3 years. I hear you, Abdallah, but given the Champions League or the FA Cup, I'm taking Champions League every day, man.
I'm taking the Champions League too. I'm
not
sorry, man,
even,
but I'm taking the
yeah,
Champions
I
League
mean,
too.
I'd like to win it, but at the end of the day, Big Morgan says, keep it about. Patrick, that's for you, man.
Yeah, tell him that's the reason why we've separated. So TrueCityFan channel will concentrate on City content. That means it's always City concentrated. Now, when we come to pitch points, we will be international. We will talk to Chelsea fans. Will do opposition views or tactics here. So that's how it's going to be, because I think in that way it doesn't confuse you. It doesn't confuse you at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
it
now
says it's bad for your health. Yeah, I won't disagree with the Big Moment. It is bad for your health sometimes. You just have to be patient. I mean, to be fair to Cam came on last time and he was actually fairly. It was reasonable. I liked discussing with him and we like to go back and forth. But yeah. Just to kind of wrap up real quick. So looking forward, Patrick, to later on in April and May, semifinals. What do you think we're going to get in semifinals? The pairing.
All
things being equal.
Yeah, I don't like jinxing things. I know I don't do like jinxing things. But what I can say is this.
Let's say I hope.
Yeah, so let's say if we make it through against Atleti on Wednesday, for me it doesn't matter who we get in the semi-final. I said it before in the beginning. It's either Madrid or Chelsea. Semi-final is 2 legs, isn't it? Semi-final, 2 legs. Yeah, it doesn't matter who we get. I fancy us in a 2-legged tie without away goals. I truly fancy us in a 2-legged tie without away goals. So I think we'll be great. I wouldn't mind Madrid or Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It could be worse for it. Could have Liverpool again twice. Imagine that in a semi-final of the Champions League. I mean, how stressful would that be for both teams actually to have play Premier League 1, play FA Cup 2, play Champions League again 3, another Champions League again 4, and in between that, Liverpool has to play United, Tottenham, Newcastle, Southampton, Wolves, whatever it is, and think about the stress that would cause. So let's just hope that Real Madrid do the job on tomorrow. A lot of fans that I know who support Chelsea, and fans, not just Chelsea in general, just a lot of the media want Chelsea to win because they feel that if Chelsea win against City, because it's English to English, it neutralizes the advantage, so it's more balanced. Anything can happen. But if City go against Real Madrid, the expectations are, generally City may be able to go over Madrid because they've done it before in the past, and the path to the final is very clear. So it's a lot of politics. There's a lot of
it's not guaranteed though for most of these games. I think it's just that for me in a 2-legged tie and no away goals, as I said, I still fancy us. Something really has to go wrong. It's because the way we control the game, but we have to first go through Atletico. Do you know my biggest fear, not fear, but my biggest sort of hate was playing Atletico. That is the only thing. When the picking was happening, I said, I hate these guys. Please don't, because I know what they do. It's violence, time wasting. But you know yourself, I'm pretty sure you feel it, that as soon as we pass this bridge of Atletico, you just say, you know what, whoever comes through. Because I know the people who come through, they will not be as resolute. They will not be so defensive, tight like this. Not like look, as much as we say bad things against Atletico Madrid, but they're the most drilled defensive team, like they're drilled to the teeth. No other team does that. Even Burnley is not that good drilled where you saw the game. They push, another guy replaces you. If a defender pushes out, a striker goes into the defender's place. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're the most stubborn, as he says here. Atletico Madrid, the most stubborn team ever. They won't change for anyone. Carrasco will be back as well. So you see, they won't change for anyone. Carrasco is the one they use for. They use him as an out. Yeah.
So you think Walker's inclusion in this game is going to be massive because of Carrasco and people who can run? I mean, I don't think Carrasco can. I don't think I'm outmatch Walker. You know, that's going to be an interesting matchup, really. Or could Walker be a disadvantage? The fact that we actually played them without Walker, does Walker introduce a random factor that we don't know yet because of what happened against RB Leipzig?
I think it's actually good. I think they're going to tell him to not bomb forward unless we are doing well. Because if Walker stays back with Stones and Laporte, it leaves Cancelo to drop down the middle or go and double team somebody in the flank, whichever he is, or go down and cause trouble. So I think Cancelo will be more comfortable because last time he wasn't more comfortable. He was always cautious that something is going to happen. But now he will be more asserted. I think we need somebody like Cancelo and De Bruyne to be free to create. Even if De Bruyne doesn't play this game, I still have got Gundogan. I still have hope in Gundogan to find the pass. Yeah, so look, hopefully we do well. Hopefully we beat them and we move over.
And the last comment, I do think that one of your academy kids is going to, or two are going to join the playing the team tomorrow on Wednesday. I
don't see it.
I think they will. I think one of
let me ask you something. Looking at Atletico Madrid, obviously you sometimes, what can I say? If we had a tall striker or physical striker in the box, maybe if things are tough, plan B, those crosses. Do you think if you were somebody, regardless, you'd just have Liam Delap on the bench, just in case they decide to just park and he, maybe with his physicality and his height, because Atletico are not tall, they're not tall players. You know that Atletico is not even a tall team.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. You have Delap there because if you have Mahrez swinging those in a low block, if you have Mahrez swinging those crosses, is this Sterling that's going to go and head the ball, or Phil Foden is going to head the ball? You need the big guy who's going to go there and knock the ball down. But I'm cautiously optimistic about this game, and I hope we get through. I think if we get through again, that's another semi-final. That means we are regularly within European competitions, and then it should be interesting to see what happens. But
so we've decided Chelsea. It's Madrid going through.
I think Madrid's going to go through. I think they should go through. The money's on Madrid. I think they'll go through, and I think City should go through.
Your money is on Bayern Munich.
I think Bayern goes through with Liverpool. I think it's Bayern, Liverpool, Real Madrid, City, and then from that group, I think it's going to be. We'll see. We'll talk about that if it happens.
Okay, we'll talk about. So cool.
Yeah. All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Last comments. Negative football from Madrid. Yes. Rodri's tall. Rodri is tall. It's like 6'3" or 6'4" or something like that. But. So let's see. Let's see what happens. We will probably review the game on Wednesday after the game to see what we do. Hopefully we win. And then we'll prepare for the FA Cup again in 3 or 4 days' time, which will be on TrueCityFan TV because that's more of the City kind of focused as opposed to being on Pitch Points. But until then, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Big Morgan. Thank you, Michael Talks. Thank you, Josh, thank you for Abdullah. Thank you for joining us. And everyone out there, thanks for joining us. Subscribe to TrueCityFan TV. Subscribe to Pitch Points. And then we'll see you next time. God bless.